over the Alleghenies, over the great basin of the Mississippi, west and still west to the cold, high stillness of the Rockies. Unseen disaster comes creeping along the wings.
Initially, enemy armies or populations can be exposed to, sprayed with, a very small amount of chemical or biological agent. The quantity of chemical or biological agent used may be so small as to be virtually undetectable. Following exposure, the enemy population may be targeted with microwave or radio frequency radiation in the exact resonance frequency of the chemical or biological agent used. The toxic agent will begin to resonate or spin and will react with much greater speed or activity within the bodies of the target population, similar to the behavior of enzymes that make life possible. This greater reactivity may be millions of times greater than normal and would behave as if the person had been given a massive dose of chemical or biological agent, enough in fact to cause death. Cyclotronic resonance of chemical and biological agents allows entire armies or populations to be destroyed with only minute amounts of the agent in their bodies if they are attacked with non-lethal microwave weapons afterwards. It will be impossible to develop and deploy such a weapon without first testing it. These tests are actually being done on American citizens in their own homes.
Military or something going on. The government, the Air Force, they send out what's known as chaff, and it's a way to experiment with the radar systems. And when you see this kind of a pattern like this, you can rest assured there's something going on. They're actually little bitty magnetic and little bitty strips of, whether it's aluminum, you know, they change it, but what happens is the radar deflects off of all these little pieces.
There is a growing citizens movement demanding an explanation of chemtrails.
And I talked to my NSA buddies at Fort Carson, Peterson Air Force Base, and Buckley, where I was actually their doctor taking care of the pilots flying and spraying the chemtrails. So I know it's real. If anybody says it's not real, they're full of it.
Contrails, but the contrails on for too long beyond veils. Anyone can see error spray clear as day. What goes up must come down, serious say. It's falling down, it truly is. We taste and smell it. Trace elements collated, scientific debates develop. Base elements is evident. Aluminium oxide and barium prevalent. A million crops died. It dissolves in water but dehydrates the brain. Rips immune systems, heart, lungs and dilates the brain. Aluminium ingestion stands next beside ethylene dibromide, a banned pesticide. Other bizarre material analyzed in residue. Sticky microscopic polymer fibers and citric brews. Highly toxic biohazard pathogens and funguses. Operations low relief, bad luck and wonderments. Asthma, allergies, pneumonia and bronchitis. Now breathing is detrimental for long life bliss, cause they spray poison through the sky. Out blue skies with white masks and lies, canopies and grids with flight paths and lines. This crisscross won't make you jump, it'll make your lungs slump.
Everyone's acting a little nutty tonight. They were sprayed in the day like it's something they like. I don't wanna be right, but they got Luca. My lungs froze up, I'm in a doped up stupor. I caught a thought, woke up, pig shitty. Now I see why they got us huddled up in big cities. Depopulation control, they had to make it sober, take it slow. 80% in case you didn't know, but I guess you would have never expected it. How often do you look up and think about anything connected? Your vision's limited, they're playing tic-tac-toe in the sky, the shit's livid. I never been discredited, look, it's blowback. Ready to go like aerosolized Prozac. Mayday, mayday, they're kicking our ass like Pele. I don't give a f what they say, cause they spray poison through the sky.
Look here, this conspiracy theorist thinks airplanes spray toxic chemicals into the clouds.
They probably do, Gary. What would you know? You haven't been outside in 10 years.
There is a growing citizens movement demanding an explanation of chemtrails.
It's not the same as conducting some localized test for some defensive project. This is open air operations. It's not a test. This thing is in place.
The lonely jet flies high in the sky over nowhere, USA. The sun was shining, it wasn't a cloud, but it just had to fuck up my day. The steel bird hovers over the horizon. At first sight, it might delight until it spews gases that covers the masses. They six spasm without the clue of what happened. To protect or infect, cause that design in the sky was not a part of the forecast. Am I out of my mind or just high, or did that plane just leave behind a message in the sky? Not the ones you read off the sheet, the ones that wake you right out your sleep. Fumbling your speech, stumbling to get up on your feet, cause it appears that your bearers are too weak. Sheesh, and this isn't fiction, so to speak. It happens in broad day, you can see it from the streets. Suspended in the air for longer than a minute. No contrails, cause by that time it would have diminished. One of the few that stand bare and witness